Hello, and welcome everybody out there in D&D land. We have the second part of the Search for Home, part of the Zodiac sagas, or Zodiac campaign. Now, before we jump into the action, as per usual, we have a few short announcements we have to make. First off, if you're watching the video, don't forget to like the video, comment down and below. Check us out on our Twitch channel if you want to do that. Possibly join our Patreon. Any of these things helps us out tremendously. And if you end up joining our Patreon, you're going to be able to hang out with us, play games with us, and be added to our waitlist for any of our pay-to-play games, if you are so incentivized. That's going to be everything from me, so... boop. Oh, hi, people. Welcome back. Polando, you stepped across the salted threshold, this unbreached territory here in Devort, for as long as it has been in ruins. And then you take another step, and then you walk up to the door and knock.
I'd listen very hard to see if there's anybody inside.
You got quiet there. Try that again.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah, you're super quiet. It sounds like you have a volume equalizer on.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Give me a second.
Sounds the same to me.
I was gonna say, sounds the same on my end.
It sounds like he gets volume and then it shrinks, like it's compressing him down.
Is this better?
Try again.
Testing.
Yeah, that's better.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I try to just listen at the door and see if I can hear anybody inside.
Okay. Roll me a perception check.
9.
You listen as hard as you can against this solid, slightly chilly door. You hear nothing.
I don't think they're home, guys.
Do I see any like arcane runes or anything? It's usually a circle of salt, like somebody drawing something magical out.
Roll me an investigation.
Investigation, yikes. Okay, normal. 19.
You say yikes and you're good at it. Like, just...
When I play Nobu, I feel like things he should be bad at is like investigation.
You chose your proficiencies, bro. You want to swap it for performance? Go ahead.
Oh no, he has that now.
But anyways, you begin walking around the exterior of this, where there's a little lifted canopy that rests downwards. As you look down at the salt itself is dropped in very subtle motions that when you kind of like squint your eyes, you like make things slightly distorted, you start seeing what could be runes inside of the salt. Written in salt.
Okay, guys, just stay away from the door. I'm just gonna fix this now. I'm gonna cast Dispel Magic.
Give me an attack roll.
An attack roll? What do you mean?
Your
like,
spell attack. It's higher than 3rd level.
Oh. So I'm gonna use my DM inspiration.
Go for it.
Why didn't it let me do an attack roll? Didn't even let me.
No,
do a
it's
roll.
an ability check. Oh, so yeah, just give me a d20 plus your intelligence. Oh, I always gave people their proficiencies.
Plus,
No.
not my spell attack bonus.
Nope,
Just,
it's
this.
just an ability check.
Ooh.
Dispel
20
soul.
plus. I'm gonna roll 2d20s. It's plus 3. 13, so 16.
You raise your hand and draw this amount of magic from your focus to envelop around the salt, and you all watch as there's a quick jolt of energy that pulses through the entire thing. Polando, as the only person on the inside of this. I need you to give me a dex save.
Spell salt.
21. You watch as the energy arcs from the magic that Nobu has pushed and envelops a dome-like area around this home that statics, jolts, and energizes quickly. Luckily, you managed to dodge each streak of energy that was flying through, and one of them got close to you, and it was really, really hot. However, after you do that, Nobu, you all notice behind you the stone pathway leading up to here just shifts. Like it just moved energetically, quickly.
Great. I told you guys something was wrong with this place. Let's get in the house.
I need the 2 strongs to give me athletics checks to move the stone doors.
Alright.
Okay. Other strong, 15. Reyna, you push it open enough for
You need
everyone
some
else.
help, Seabass?
I got it.
And he's trying to push it closed from the other side, and, well, then you stop pushing it open and just close it with all of you in here. As soon as you get in here, all of you do taste very stale, unrefined air, very stagnant. Been here a very long time. Moose, give me a perception check. Okay. As you all run in there, Moose, you forgot to move your mage hand in. Toto is still floating out there.
I'm gonna continue holding him, but I'm
Okay.
moving him in.
All right.
Door's
Where's
closed.
the
Reyna just closed the door.
Is there a window?
I'm against the wall. Good luck.
Guys!
Rain will open the door back.
All right, give me another athletics check. It's fucking heavy. All right. No.
This is because I had to do yours, Seabass.
It's okay.
Should I help? I'll help.
15.
Sebastian, since both of them are trying to open it up, you reach and pull against this one little protrusion in the door that kind of acts like a handle that you can grab. It's a circular object, almost like a doorknob, but it's a plate that's flat. You just start dragging it with them. And Moose, I assume you move Toto back in?
Mhm.
Okay. Oh, thank you. Closing it yet again. You look
Hey, Toto.
around.
I'm gonna say to Toto, don't eat anything yet. We just want to look around.
Oh.
Then you can have stuff that we don't need.
Hey,
Right?
Toad, you ever seen the stairs do that before? Just an odd question.
No.
Oh. Okay.
When you all turn around, on the inside of this home, there are large tapestries that seem completely decayed, rotting away, and, well, still here. There are stone-worked tables, chairs, a couch yet again, but this time it has fabrics, blankets, all that look like they're about to crumble into dust. There's a very thick, heavy layer of dust lining everything around you, and you can taste the stagnant air, almost as if it is solid in here. Disgusting.
Let's say an infernal hello.
Is there any footprints in the dust?
I think we blew all the salt everywhere. I don't think there'd be anything in here. I'm surprised none of that got on Toto.
No, I'm eating it.
Oh, I meant the salt.
What?
Oh, nothing. When that spell went off, a lot of salt.
No.
Stuff flew everywhere.
Not hit me.
Okay.
I haven't. By the way, I have not let Toto off the hand.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess we're gonna look around. Anyone want to help me look around this place?
Yeah.
Oh, Polando's already rummaging through doors at this point.
Okay. I guess Seabass is helping me on this one. 21.
Okay. So, you look around, and from the outside, or outside of this little room, you see that everything in here seems smaller, shorter, shrunken. There appears to be a second floor that would be suitable for somebody like Moose to traverse back and forth. Possibly even bigger than Moose, but not by very much. There is an upstanding little studio uplift that appears to have a desk, many different tomes, books, paperwork, shelves, all of which look crumbled and aged, just at a preliminary glance. Over towards your right, there appears to be a little hovel, a home that seems separate from the rest of this area, like it was purposed for living in, and everything else has just been here for a very long time. The blanket is a little newer, Nobu. The pillows look softer, not fluffed. They've definitely compressed inwards over time. But aside from that, if you want to do an investigation of something more intimately, that you can declare.
Reyna, Seabass, it looks like something's living over there. I'm gonna point towards a hovel. Moose, there's a nice little place upstairs that is for somebody about your size, which last time there were things about your size on this plane. It was considered an infestation and taken out, so be careful. Polando, you're doing
Moose is going to say, a halfling is only about a half a foot taller than me.
There are things smaller than halflings, scarier, worse.
Toto still
No,
licking his
those
lips, looking at everything.
Anyways, best of luck. Okay, I'm gonna go look at the tome.
I'm gonna take a look around and see if I can find if there's any signs of like who might be living there.
Okay. Roll me a survival check. So you go into the little hovel area. Nobu, you said you're looking at tomes, so you climb up the stairs, and you're pretty much like hands and knees crawling in this area. It's pretty small. It's made for somebody very small.
We need to see this.
Okay.
He's a book guy.
Can I start reading the I guess this is the pantry. No, not the pantry. Where do you keep the dishes and whatnot?
Pantry.
No, is it also pantry? I thought that
Why
was
not?
just the food.
Cabinet.
Cabinet. I'm gonna raid cabinets to see if I can't find any more silverware.
Okay. Nobu, give me another investigation, please, while you're up there researching.
I'm gonna rename my semi-kleptomania into kleptomania.
Yeah.
Natural 20.
Nice. Reyna, you go over there, and the blanket is definitely made for somebody smaller.
Mm-hmm.
There's a pair of slippers over here. Fuzzy, brown, thick. When you pick them up, they feel like wool. Decent quality. You look inside, and there's little scratch marks at the very far end of the slippers, like all the way towards the head of it, on the inside. Then you look around a little more, and there appears to be a small little oven, not on right now, that has a few newer looking instruments, a tea kettle, a sizable pot. Nothing inside of it looks like it's been here or in use. It actually looks like it was cleaned after somebody used it. Moose, investigation. Nobu, I'm going to get to your resolution now. 26. You climb in there, and you kind of just, like, you lay back and hold the book above you and start reading as you go through it. You speak Infernal. It is written in Infernal.
That's always nice.
Yeah. So, this is a very, very large tome that has 5 different books associated with it. Each one goes through different times. Which one would you like to read?
Different. Wait, what? Different times?
Time frames. These tomes seem to be journals,
Oh, it's journal.
but there's 5 large journals.
Let's look at the newest one.
Okay.
I want to pay attention to the date.
Okay. Newest one. Newest one. You open it up.
Yeah. Deck
Right.
save disadvantage.
No. That'd be the first one. Yeah, you're prone. Get fucked. But anyways, I believe the year for you in game is 1643. I believe that's the most up-to-date year, Zodiac time.
I can check, but I'm pretty sure that sounds right. It's 40 something.
Yeah. I believe Zodiac time, it's 1643. This is written differently, however. Okay. Sorry, you're getting some decent information here. Give me a second. Where is he? There we go. $14.23 NE, which doesn't make sense to you. You don't know what NE is. Different cultures have used different, major historical events to depict their actual timeline. And as you start investigating through it, this tome seems to go over the course of about 100 years or so, beginning at 1323 all the way up to 1423. It appears to be an investigation of the bottomless pit. So, apparently the individual has been researching it for hundreds of years, trying to be sure that if there is a bottom, that whatever lies at that bottom does not crawl out for fear of something. This individual seems to be reporting the notes in its journal to Lord Luciphon, claiming that there's nothing that shows that there's any leak from this pit into the material world, though they understand that they have to keep a vigilant watch and be fully aware of it just in case anything does arrive. Yes, there appears to be a handful of different demons that may exist and persist inside of the limits of Devort or the Underdark around here, none of which he believes have crawled out from the pit specifically, and that the bottomless pit does not have any travel signs of anything crawling up, at least for the first 5,000 feet. The newest entry that the individual writes in there goes over an event of a handful of people coming here. And they hope that the symbology they put on the front gates is high enough quality to insist that people do not go in here, hoping that the infernal stature that has been enchanted onto it would deter people's entries into this location. They want their research to remain unimpeded by inquiring eyes, though they are going to keep very close eye on the individuals who are here and test to see if they are easily swayed by forces. The very last line is, nope, just by itself.
I found the person that put that well demon. And if you hear us, you can come out. I'm going to say that in infernal.
Roll a persuasion, Nobu. Okay. Moose, you've been trying to get into the cabinets without lowering your mage hand, because you know the moment you put him down, he's eaten. He's eaten everything. So it's been very difficult for you to climb up towards them to open them, and as you swing the first one open, you see a small plume of smoke, and a little imp appears there with a pair of glasses and a hat, staring down at you with these rows of sharp teeth.
I'm going to look at him.
You're hanging on the handle of the cabinet as you just swung it open.
Have you ever seen a rat just hanging off of something?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Pure hatred in his eyes.
They like flail and they're like, yeah, they're not fans.
And they're just, I'm looking at it. And this is about my size, right?
Roughly. And it holds up 2 fingers.
I'm going to like lower one hand. So I'm hanging off of one hand. And I'm going to raise 2.
We're cool.
Oh, you speak common.
Nobu, what did you do? And like Reina finally comes back into.
I found an imp, Moose says from the pantry.
It disappears from sight in front of you. Reina, as you walk over towards the kitchen, it reappears behind you, putting its slippers on. Sorry, I wasn't expecting guests. And it puts a big robe over itself, tying it up. Sorry, don't want to be exposing myself too much. Sorry.
Oh,
Sorry.
we didn't realize anyone was still living here.
That's kind of the point. Okay.
Sorry, I'm like gonna like kick the pantry door back. I'm just gonna take out the glass goblet that I took, put it on the counter.
Thank you. So, hey, they disappear in a plume of smoke, and right beside you, Nobu, you see a tiny imp just about 10 feet away or so appear. Do you mind putting that down? That's mine.
Who are you? Or are you this Lucifon? Would our group have any knowledge of Lucifon other than the history of the Zodiac War?
Are you proficient in religion?
Not religion, history. And they were in Zodiac.
They were. So roll a history check. You're a noble. You would have, done shit.
Okay, public, normal. Wow, that sucked.
Okay.
That seems like Nobu.
Yeah. But please put that down. They tighten their robes along themselves and adjust their glasses.
Are you the one that put that thing in the well?
What?
You know what? Are you the one that also changed the stairs outside the building?
Oh, no, those stairs were a safety precaution to warn me if somebody was breaching the building.
Oh, we're here. Surprise.
I heard. That's why I disappeared. I was hoping none of you were tall enough to get in the pantry, but I forgot you all humanoids are mostly pretty tall.
Yeah. So, what's your name?
Can you put down my book, please? I need that for research purposes.
Unfortunately, no. Not until we get a little information. Somebody that hides and watches us, and likes to take notes on us, should answer some questions first.
Well, you're not supposed to be here.
Are you supposed to be? It's consecrated. You're definitely not something that should be around consecration.
What? Yes, I am.
Insight.
Go for it.
Where is everyone else? Why am I doing this alone?
Everyone else is
Because
down.
it's hilarious.
Kind of hard to read, Nobu.
Look. I'm gonna start speaking Infernal. Look, devils. I've read this map we got here. I don't like this whole thing. We're trying to get that.
Oh,
mouse.
hey, that's a Dez's map, eh? Been a long time.
Des?
Is that who
Aye.
D is?
What?
Who's L?
I'm sorry.
There's a D. There's words in here.
Oh, that's just his personal obsession. No. Dez was kind of the only person who's come through here in a very long time. And we worked together for a short period of time before he decided he had to go off because it was safe.
Moose is going to walk
Is
back.
that why it's an infernal?
Well, it was the only dialect both of us understood with each other, other than common. But if you write things down in common, then any just random explorer could find whatever's down here. And we don't want
Londo
to do that.
picks his nose in the background.
What's the end of the world?
It's the end of the world.
What do you mean?
It's the
The cliff.
he like pulls his collar a little bit and goes, it's kind of like a. You ever see a funnel?
No.
Have you ever seen a
Moose takes out a funnel.
Okay, now I've seen one.
Okay. He points at the very bottom of the funnel. That.
A point where everything meets.
Sure.
A place at the bottom of the world.
Yeah, it's the end of it.
Yeah, but
I don't get what you don't understand.
but the world is disc shaped.
Yeah,
There's
kind
no way.
of. This one is.
See, guys, everyone now it confirmed that the world is disc shaped.
Well, I mean, the material one is, but every other word connected to it, including the ethereal one, not even slightly.
Can I make an intelligence save?
If you feel the need to, go ahead.
Like, I don't think you'd understand that.
But yeah.
Oh wow.
Hmm. Confusing
you s-
lectures are your specialty, apparently.
Yeah. It's a nice wall.
Huh.
So what's there? It's just everything converges or something?
Kind of. Here, there's nothing there. There, in other places, is that. Points at the end again.
Okay. What's with
So
the
it's the end. It's the end of the other worlds.
end of all?
No, it's the end of this one, but it's also the end of the others.
You've lost me.
It's a converging point, like the funnel. Everything that goes through the funnel is pushed together in one area.
Oh, yeah, you're getting closer to it. Ah,
It's an overlapping space.
kind of, but it's also where all of them kind of end.
It's an overlapping end.
Aye,
What happened to everyone here?
they died.
Why? How does some place become consecrated based on people dying? I feel like that. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's the opposite of consecration.
Well, that's actually a very unfortunate series of events. But all of them agreed to a very specific route of things happening so that these grounds could be consecrated by someone who could actually protect it.
Was that?
A sneeze.
Yeah, was that what's his face? Poison? No.
What? Hey?
Your roommate.
No, Plague.
Yeah,
It was
Plague.
not. That was somebody else.
Okay, cool.
From somebody else's, not mine.
So, people chose to die to concentrate.
Consecrate. Aye.
I can't concentrate. That's the problem.
Well, that's understandable. This is complicated stuff for mortals.
So
I'm not entirely sure if I am, but okay.
He like,
What?
sure, and then just keeps going.
fuck.
What's in the pit?
My dice.
Seems like this
Nothing.
has a. That's a thought. The why?
The pit is a.
Okay.
So you know how that's the end of the world, as in like nothing is there. Well, in the pit is kind of like he points at the top of the funnel, and then he like walks over towards you, Moose, and like takes the funnel and turns it upside down. This.
So it's everywhere.
No, it is the starting place for many things, and also a place where nothing really is.
Why are we getting metaphysical with this?
I'm more confused on why there's a person studying a pit in a city that's consecrated and it happens to be a devil.
Well, because a devil consecrated the lands.
That seems highly unlikely.
No, not at all. Obviously, you don't understand your religious text, boy.
First,
There are many angelic creatures that have changed from their angelic form into other forms. They are still capable of divine levels of magic. They just have to now put in the proper paperwork through different sources.
Yeah, Nobu. Everybody knows that.
I'm hesitant about giving this book back, guys. This has a lot of information, especially on the area around us.
Well,
and
you kind of want to give it back to
Nobody
me.
give it
I
back
mean,
right now, we
it-
gotta be nice.
if you don't give it back to me, when I go to report to my boss, he's going to be really pissed off.
And who's your boss?
Luciphon. Lord Luciphon of the Morningstar House. Ruler of the fourth layer of hell.
Neighbor.
Fourth
Right.
hell.
Well, co-ruler of the fourth layer.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Nobu, give it back or I'm gonna break your arm.
We don't even know if that's true what he's saying.
Well, I'm not able
Uh,
to lie.
Mom met Luciphon. Give it back.
Okay, fine. Take the book. It does. Look, what?
You can just put it back on the stack, thank you. I don't want to threaten you, but I mean, I think it would be better for your health that you don't piss him off. I mean, I like to be civil with people, especially people who could easily kick my ass. Obviously, you're down here. But Luciphon is not that nice, and he doesn't ask more than once.
Look, we just know the information around the area around us, so we can get. I'm gonna look at Moose, a home. Hopefully, this place. But
He
this
looks
has
over
been-
at you, Moose. Begins speaking in Abyssal. Right, so are there many of you here?
I
And
was
you
just gonna, I was just gonna say Ixnay Abyssal A.
Oh, uncultured, understood. I don't know why they
first
don't
of all,
teach that.
That's a bit rude. Second, I'm a third generation of living here.
3 generations live here. There's a lot of you? Oh,
That's more than a lot.
oh. Well, I mean, you're not too savvy about things in the bottomless pit, right?
We'll, trust me, if you just explain that it's bad, we'll not touch it.
Well, I'm not really concerned about you not touching it. I'm more concerned about it touching your minds.
Alright, this place is a no-go.
Well, I mean, if there's anything down there to begin with. I mean, I've been researching this thing for, what year is it?
Said over 100.
Well, that's just that book. He points at the other 4.
Well, on the Zodiac calendar, this is the year 4000. Was it 4000?
6,000
It's 1631.
in
Yeah,
Zodiac.
1631.
Zodiacs. You guys use that weird dating. Like 450 years? I mean, I've been here for a long time researching it, and I don't think there's anything total. In fact, other than the new management I'm under, there hasn't been any change at all in almost all this time, other than when Dez came around. Tell me, how is little Dez?
String theory.
He's still a little woo, right?
Oh, wait, well, is that? Okay.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
obsessive about things. What a shame, too. Such a genius.
See the talent agent?
Yeah, I think so. I think
Yeah.
Oh my god, I forgot about that.
He's a talent scout now.
he does a lot of music talent scouting.
Glad he found a hobby that suits him then.
It's just I don't know. It's just weird that they'd set up a person to look out at something that, well, has nothing going on with it.
Well, hey, first off, I'm not a person, okay? I'm an
Oh, don't say
imp.
that. You're
Well,
nice
yeah,
people.
there's a difference in what it means, at least in my language. Person translates roughly to meat sack, you know?
Ooh, I like meat.
I'm
Okay.
glad for you. But I'm an imp, and they asked me to come here because I am actually quite an accomplished researcher who is on par with many of the most intelligent fiends from many layers of hell. And also because I chose to be here instead of contracting on people's souls. That seemed pretty shitty, so I'd rather do this instead.
What'd you say your name was?
I don't believe I did.
And would like to know it. Or you could just tell me. I'm going to say an infernal.
You can call me Nose.
Knows. Who knows what his name is? Okay, knows. Well, you've been very helpful, believe it or not, and sorry for coming off more
Well, it's
aggressive.
understanding. You're not supposed to be trusting random people you meet, especially when you break into their homes. I mean,
We did
if we
knock.
were in certain places of the world, I would have shot you.
We knocked. This is true. Before we had
I
to
don't know
dispel
who any
magic.
of you are. Yeah.
You managed to spy on us. That's for sure.
Hey, I'm Polando. I put out my hand,
Hello, Palondo. Nose. You may call me Nose. Shakes your hand.
and that I will.
Raina.
Pleasure, Raina.
I am Moose. This is Toto.
Hello. Oh, wow. There are more demons here than I... Well, I mean, I knew Toto was here. You were here. Did you bring any more with you?
Just Chiba.
A what?
It's a bigger Toto with different effects. Do you know that?
Wait, no, there's a gargantuan one here.
No,
it looks
no,
terrified when you say that.
no, and it's a demon, I believe he called himself.
Most things are
Slime guy.
demons. Yeah, he is a demon.
Yeah, no, he secretes mucus that hardens once it leaves the body.
Who's the person hunting demons here?
Well, that makes sense. There's quite a few fanatics. Not all the layers of hell agree that we shouldn't be fighting against every single demon.
Who said that? Actually, I don't know anything about that.
But you want to.
Where's the easiest way out of here?
Not very sure. I mean, if I want to leave, he turns into smoke and then appears right beside Sebastian downstairs. I can just leave.
Could you do that?
Ah! Smite!
Can it do that to us?
I mean, technically, I could ask. But you see, I wouldn't recommend you make an infernal contract with my boss.
We don't need to make a contract. Just
No,
ask
you will if you ask him for a favor. You'll owe him a favor. You know, that could be really
It gets
bad.
us out of here.
And I owe him a cup of tea.
I'm not sure if that's his cup of tea or not. But I mean, if I'm gonna ask him, he's gonna ask for something, and if you deny that, he's just gonna be mad at me, and then he might make me stay here for another 100 years or so. And I was just asking to go on vacation.
What are we asking?
Just to get out of the city, go to wherever, to go get Moose's people, or just head back to Mida or something.
Can't we just
know
walk?
how to get out? We got in here and we can go the other direction.
We're traveling for weeks. How many days have left?
That could be a little bit of a problem. You didn't bring along a consistent source of food with you?
Not exactly.
Damn. Well, I'm sorry. I can't really help you out on that part. I don't think you guys eat the same things that I eat, unless you like raw flesh.
Only if it's bloody.
Never tried it. Might be worth a shot.
Actually, yeah, we got some of that too. I mean, don't worry. All of them are incubated and treated properly where I get my distribution from. We make sure none of them are brought down there unless they're really the most heinous of people and they deserve to have that happen to them, you know?
Ah, people flesh.
Aye, yeah.
What about eating people? No, let's not do that, guys.
Oh, both.
Moses gonna look over at Nova. I've done it.
You're wondering why they don't want you in cities.
They have taste for blood.
Philando bites Nobu.
What the?
Hey, you're a monk. Roll damage. I'm joking.
To be fair,
Healthy.
it was just carry on.
Well, that's
Guys,
fair.
we gotta come up with a plan here.
Hey!
And
Hello.
I have an idea. I think if I can get confirmation that there are no abyssal echoes coming from the bottomless pit, that I might be able to convince my boss to help you out with something,
That'd be nice.
right?
how would we know? I don't think any of us can even speak Abyssal. How would we know if there's an echo?
Oh, you don't need to speak it, you need to belong to it. Looks over at Moose.
Okay, so is
Have
something
you
gonna
ever
take
been
over my mind?
spelunkying?
I mean, it's basically what I've done with my own.
Perfect. So yeah, if we can dangle you down there quite a long ways and see if we don't hear nothing, as so long as you don't hear nothing, if there's giant ears, I imagine you'd pick up some good noises.
Yeah, I actually picked you up.
Oh. But yeah, if we can get you to do that, then I'll be able to go to my boss and say, hey, ain't no problem, big L.
Perhaps not the best idea to refer to him in a casual manner.
Right, of course not. I wouldn't do that to his face. I'd do that to friends?
Are you referring to us?
No, and he kind
Yeah,
of like
of
goes
course.
downstairs and like
Call me the
begins
Big P.
the big P.
Let's not, Polando. You've already lost your pants enough on this freaking trip for
What-
me to
where'd they go?
know that that's not an appropriate nickname for you.
Below the belt. That's low, Raina.
You don't have a belt.
Oh God, my pants! Not again.
Anyway, I got a rope.
my pants.
Nice. We're gonna need a lot of that.
Got some pigtails.
So all of y'all are okay with this? We're just gonna dangle your friend several hundred, if not thousands, of feet down into a bottomless pit to see if he hears any echoes that may or may not drive him insane if he does.
I already have another friend.
Are you talking about that weird thing in the well that like
Well,
wants people?
no,
to
we're
well
talking
liquor.
about the pit. The pit's a pretty good ways away, several miles.
Yeah, speaking about the well, there's a well lurker.
Oh shit, yeah, that's one of the demons that seems to be hanging out here.
Oh.
Eh?
So kind of got dispersed into different areas. Is that normal?
Usually, they travel from one body of water to another. I'd suggest if you come across any stray bodies of water, don't drink from them until you're sure that it's not in it. Not gonna lie, I was watching you yesterday when you went over to it to see if you were easily manipulated. Turns out you're pretty good at that.
And then Palando punched it.
Sun punch. Nobu, you're muted.
Yeah, I think he sun bolted the thing a bunch of times.
Aye.
Once.
I mean, they are kind of dickheads. I mean, they're one of those creatures that, they chose a form of just destruction and killing. Personally, I'm not a big fan of that. I chose this form to be more aerodynamic.
Oh, look, is his nose elongated?
Pointed like a beak, and then the mouth is right underneath it.
Just gonna take out a notebook and just like, yeah, that seems about right.
Aye.
Can you choose that at will?
No, unfortunately, we're not allowed to choose what we look like anymore. It's been a while.
Ah,
Them's were the good old days, though. You know.
did Lucifer implement that rule?
Oh no, that's been in place for thousands of years.
Well, lovely
Yeah.
having this chat up. How many feet were we talking about?
Between a few hundred and a few thousand.
I don't think we have that much rope.
I do. I've been down here a long time.
Talking to him, can I see if he has alternative motives to wanting to hang Moose down a hole?
Roll me a insight check.
I'll use my recap inspiration.
Go for it. $21. The individual seems to have self-serving incentives as to why he wants to dangle Moose down there. He seems to really want to go on vacation, and he wants some solid proof that he could deserve this. Dangling Moose is just a means to an end to him.
I'll squat down and peer at him and just, well, if you got the rope, I don't see why not, as long as Moose is okay with it.
Well, of course,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna force you to do anything.
Is this just regular rope or is it like magic rope?
Little column A, little column B.
Is this a bunch of ropes?
Yes.
I'm gonna go down towards Moose and say, so he went down 5,000 feet already, so you're probably gonna go farther.
Maybe, maybe not. No matter what, as you're going down, I think I'm gonna go down with you so that I can, ask you some questions. Hey, are you hearing any voices? Hey, are you feeling like yourself? Do you feel an unbridled rage that makes you want to go insane and rip me to sunders? Things like that. And
Why
if you
don't
start
try
getting bad, I'll just boop back up to everybody else. He disappears and appears over on Sebastian's other shoulder from the direction he was looking. And I tell all of them what's going on.
What? Why don't you just do this with Toto?
Toto looks at you. Rob, stop work on me.
He eats them.
Yeah, even magic. Also, I mean, Toto's been here and been working super hard doing his own thing. I didn't feel like I needed to make my introductions. Sorry about that, Toto. Pleasure to meet you. You may call me Nose.
So, Toto, I recall not eating his stuff.
What?
Still holding. Like, you're still holding on to Toto with the mage hand.
Yeah.
Like, are we cool on not eating his stuff?
Give me a wisdom save, Moose.
Oh. No. Okay. Iron Mind.
You, as an impossibly naturally charming entity, just barely succeeded in your saving throw, as this creature gives you the most sad-looking, vacant eyes that you've ever seen.
It's the voice.
Okay. Can I have one?
Here, I got a snack for you, and I'll pull out my shovel.
Oh! And it immediately just, like, starts trying to wiggle off the mage hand towards the shovel.
I'm gonna move over to the shovel, plop him on the metal part of the shovel, and I'm gonna pick up the shovel with my hand.
Okay. Yeah, he's gonna have that thing eaten in about 10 minutes.
Why don't you just feed him some of these rotted draperies and stuff?
I mean, feel free to it. I don't really need them for anything.
Do you have stuff that you don't want eaten?
Anything I keep in that hovel or anything up here. Those are really the only two rooms I use. Everything else is kind of, it's too big of a house for me.
Well, should we just... Moose, you cool with doing this? We'll get
so long as you start pulling me back up, if anything goes horribly bad.
Right.
Yeah,
And it's completely your choice if you want to bind him as you dangle him down there, so that if he does go insane, he doesn't try to cut his own ropes. Your call.
How long does it generally take to get lowered down there to like the optimal is this demon or not height?
I don't know.
Roughly about 10 minutes or so.
Alright. I might be able to do something before that happens.
Alrighty. Just gotta be alert with your ears, Alrighty. This sounds like a fun new thing we're gonna go experiment with, eh?
Yeah, it sounds like it.
So what type of special treatment would you want from my Lord of the Hell, eh?
Get us out of here, probably to where most of your people are, right? Or are we just going back to Maida? Because there was a place I wanted to make a stop at the way, but it's more self thing. Yes, right there. It was pinged.
I will warn you that you want to be a little more specific about your deals you make with most fiends, and devils in particular. I mean, me and Lucifer, neither of us really like that lion thing, so we're cool with it, but...
So we're just trying to get out of here, right, guys?
Yeah, the goats only have a few more days worth of feed, and I don't think that we are doing any better.
Cool. Let's go dangle a mouse over top of a trap. And he's like just goes over towards the door, poofs on the other side.
Alright. Life bait.
Start heading towards this pit.
Sorry, Moose. It's either you or Chiba Chiba, and Chiba Chiba's not here right now. 18 athletics. Sebastian opens the door for you. It's getting easier. And you all go out there.
Mm-hmm.
You see the imp flying through the city. One of the slippers falls off and it flies back, picking it up and keeps going.
This is essentially just an imp. That's not a morning person.
Imagine Hugh Hefner as an imp, but not great with the ladies. Or potentially is. You don't know that part yet.
Oh, this man. Of course I know him. It took me a second. I thought he was an actor.
No. He is not an actor.
He's the Playboy. Yeah.
Yep. He is the
The
porn version of Stanley.
Dear God, the mirror. The association is.
But anyways, he flies with you over towards the western side of the city and waits patiently for all of you to get over to the gates. All right. So, just so you know, you don't have to do anything fancy with the gates. You just have to say the password. And they'll open for you. No. Each gate has its own password. Do you mind, covering your ears real quick so I can open this one?
We just walked through it.
No, this is a different.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, sure. Philando covers his ears.
Whatever.
Cover my ears,
Rita want
but
to.
Yeah, I guess my ears.
I'm gonna cover my ears, but how does that affect my hearing?
I'll say you lose your +5 to your passive.
So I have a 14.
Decent. And he goes over towards it, and you hear him clear as day, Moose, go, hell's bells. And the gates open. All right. Waves you all through. Around this point, you feel something slimy on your thumb, Moose, as Toto has eaten all the way down to the handle. Hello?
Hi there. I'm gonna assume you don't want to go out here.
No, I want to eat more.
It's dangerous over there.
I'll stay here. Eat.
I'm gonna take a bunch of torches out, just pile them into a. No, it's basically just gonna be a bonfire.
Oh no, don't light a fire.
No, it's in the shape of a bonfire.
Okay, he goes, "Ooh," and just immediately starts trying to eat them all.
Be back in a couple minutes.
Have fun.
Hours.
Toto
I'm gonna look back
continues his life.
Yeah. Yep. Life of the present. There is no tomorrow, only Toto. I'm gonna look at Sebastian. Did you close the door behind you?
No.
The salt's all over the ground. I don't think it's getting in there.
Moose, by your
It'll take him like
calculation,
3 weeks to get there.
yeah, you're pretty good.
Still, that's like bad manners, right?
I'm sure the imp can close the door.
No, I can't. He rolls up his sleeves and he has these pencil thin arms. I don't use doors though.
Well, probably should find a new house.
Shoot. No, I'll just be back before he gets there. It's only 3 weeks. I'll make sure I get everything situated there. It's gonna be aggravating. Yeah.
Just
anyways.
reapply the salt. Can't get past it.
Oh, I didn't put that salt there.
Wait, what? Who put
Well, put salt there then.
I just rearranged the salt.
Well, that's odd. Why was the salt there? Was it already had the runes? They already have the runes?
No,
inscribed?
I rearranged the salt for the runes.
Why was it just covered in salt?
Because there was some cuckoo, batshit crazy person. He was exclaiming that apparently, what we were doing as
You were-
fiends, as we, the formal.
I insight, see if
Sure.
he's trying to. God, I am horrible at this.
Kind of hard to read.
Yeah.
No, the formal way. What we were trying to get done with all of them, they believe we were just trying to consume all of their souls. And to tell you something, most of us, hellish creatures, us fiends, devils, we don't really consume souls. There's no nutrition in it.
Wait, so you were here when the people were here?
No, I wasn't. I said the formal way.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to insight.
Well, who?
Yeah, who did this?
Oh, that be Lady of the Fest.
Does she have a name, Lady of the First?
Yeah, but I'm not supposed to talk about her because my boss and her kind of don't really like each other very much.
Well, what happened to all the people?
Yeah, like
They
how'd that-
sacrificed themselves so that she could sanctify the grounds, keep it safe so research could be conducted. I thought I made all this perfectly clear.
Lady of the first what?
First layer,
Of what?
hell.
Not cake?
We don't have a whole lot of cake there, but if you find some, it's usually really good. Super expensive though.
That's solution on for cake from hell.
Is that the favor y'all want? I thought you wanted to go home.
We do want to go home, but we also need food. We could do the
Can't
food.
we have our cake and eat it too?
Yeah.
I hate you. I hate.
I agree with on this. We should add cake to the deal.
You should have expected this, Jero.
Yeah, I should never mention.
Yeah, you just gotta sweeten the deal. God.
Man.
Can I put Athrax in his tea?
And this
No.
is the episode that Polando dies.
All right, new person going in the hole. Whoops. You got slow fall, right?
Slow falling forever.
This is taking a while. But anyways, he's going to show you a kind of hidden passage. Only he and Moose can walk through it at a easy enough pace. Everyone else, you're stuck kind of like squatting down, tucking in, crawling at certain times, moving through cracks and holes in the walls. And as you move through here, you start, hearing the sounds of angry beasts, disgusting, vile creatures that, I mean, without being too presumptuous, sound like they are very dangerous and probably gonna eat you. But you travel like all of this for the better part of the day, until eventually, after a lot of exhaustion, a lot of crawling, a lot of fatigue, you all eventually pop out. And you see this massive cliff. It rises like a plateau forward up towards an edge, which then drops. And when you look past it, you all see nothing further beyond. Nothing at all.
Is it weird I want to jump?
No, I kind of do too.
Yeah, it's very
I
weird.
spit off the edge.
You
Journey into the unknown.
You wander up to the edge, Sebastian, and as you get there, you look down and spit downwards. And you feel a breeze shooting up here.
Oh, that's not good. That's
I'm backing
However-
away from the splash zone.
It's not a normal pit.
No, it's bottomless.
so. Do you want to pee off the edge of the world, guys?
No, this is not the edge of the... I would recommend you also don't piss down there. You know, on the off chance there is something.
Best way to prove that there's something is have him come up here covered in piss.
Right. I can teleport away.
I'll just tell him it was you.
It won't believe me. I don't have any bodily functions at all.
It won't know you'll be gone.
No, I'm a fiend. Well, I mean, there's certain kinds of fiends that do, but not my kind. Anyways, over here, Moose. It kind of like floats upwards and flaps its webbed wings over towards a very tiny canopy, just of wooden constructs brought together to build a roof. And underneath it, you just see this massive stack of rope, all of which is very thin, very, very thin hemp or what's the other fabric?
Silk.
Silk ropes. And it's massive in the amount. The pile is about 10 feet high, and the girth is about 7-8 feet wide.
Where the hell did you get all this rope?
I have to silent for a second. I'm sorry about that, guys. My groceries are delivered. But anyways, what was your question?
I asked him, where'd he get all this rope?
Well, every time I needed to come back here, just in case, I got more of it. I don't want to get struck in with the woo-woos and, be flying and then forget how to fly. I'd rather just dangle for a couple of years and climb out eventually.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm not saying you couldn't bring it here. Where did it come from?
Oh. Sometimes I get to go home on furlough leaves when they don't pay us for our dental and we start, rebelling against all of them. Sometimes I'm allowed to go visit my nieces for their birthdays. And, on the way back, I'll pick up some supplies that I may have wanted. Stuff like that,
So between rebellions, you'd buy rope?
It's not a rebellion. Kind of.
All right.
It's
Seems
more of
kinda weird.
a boycott, Pay us dental or we don't work for you. Dental's important.
All right.
I mean, look, teeth, you use them all the time, right? That's first impressions are based around smiles.
That is true, Nobu says as he pees off the edge.
I do not speak for that man.
As Nobu is pissing off the end of the world and everyone else is face-palming collectively, realizing what he is doing. You know what, Nobu? That's gonna earn you a special something. As you are now pissing into the bottomless pit of the abyss. However, we'll figure out what that something is probably next session when we all get back. I don't want any of my frozen foods to go bad. So, players, thank you all very much for playing. Viewers, thank you for watching. God damn it, Nobu, and we'll see you all around next time. Goodbye.